Why do people still play these terrifying games even when they know the risks? What drives us to challenge our own fears, even at the cost of our sanity? I'm Kim, and this is Hung Channel.
Do you know what drives people to play games that are said to summon spirits and challenge the unknown? Tonight, we'll dive into the dark world of occult games, each one filled with ancient rules and spine-tingling legends. By the end of this journey, you'll understand why these terrifying rituals continue to captivate even the bravest among us. Why do people play them? Have you ever wondered why people are drawn to play terrifying games even though they know they will be scared out of their wits? It's not just curiosity or a love for adventure, there's psychology behind it. Humans have an innate fascination with the unknown and fear, and this curiosity pushes us to challenge ourselves within safe boundaries. We want to know what the spiritual world is really like. So while these games may be spine-chilling, they continue to captivate many. Tonight, let's explore the origins, rules, and the legends behind some of the most notorious and taboo games. We'll start with the most common ones and work our way to the most challenging. Together, let's step into these forbidden worlds. 1. Candyman. How to play. Stand in front of a mirror at midnight and chant Candyman 5 times. Some versions say 3 times. Origin. This game originates from Clive Barker's short story, later adapted into a cult classic film. Legend. If you successfully summon him, Candyman will appear and pull you into the mirror or even attack you with a hook. Psychological analysis. Mirror games are common psychological tricks. Staring into a mirror in the dark for long periods can cause visual distortions which amplify fear. 2. Don't open the door. How to play. Choose a moonless night. Walk 3 circles on the balcony. Jump 3 times in front of your bed. Clap 3 times at the door, then sleep with it. Origin. This game is popular in East Asia, often seen in online stories. Legend. At midnight, you may hear someone knocking at your door. You must never open it. If you do, a mysterious force might take you away. Psychological analysis. This game plays on the fear of boundaries, like doors, and the taboo of the number 3. These unusual actions elevate the fear factor. 3. The Door Demon. How to play. 6 to 10 players are each assigned a number. They take turns going in and out of the door, locking and entering. If a strange thing is seen outside, when the door is opened, everyone must blow air until it disappears. Origin. A modern East Asian urban legend, combining ghost stories with the concept of cause and effect. Legend. If you see a monster outside and close the door, those outside may be in danger. Psychological analysis. This game is based on doors as symbolic boundaries, creating intense psychological suggestions and fear. 4. Ghost summoning ritual. How to play. On a full moon night, walk alone in an alley, chanting your name with each step. On the 13th step, a second shadow will appear on the ground. Origin. The origin of this game is unclear, though it plays on the taboo of names and shadows. Legend. If you summon an evil spirit, you may lose control or face danger. Psychological analysis. This game resembles stories of shadow people, which are often the result of psychological suggestion or visual distortions caused by low lighting. 5. Ouija Board. How to play. Around 11 p.m., prepare a piece of paper with yes and no written on it. Place a small plate upside down on the paper, lightly pressing it with your fingers. Call upon the spirit. Another version involves an umbrella-shaped yellow paper with Chinese characters. Ask questions, and the plate will move to the corresponding answer. Originating from Chinese folk divination rituals, similar to Western Ouija boards. Legend. Disrespecting the spirit or failing to properly dismiss it could result in possession. Psychological analysis. The movement of the plate is usually caused by unconscious muscle movements known as the ideomotor effect. 6. Bathtub Game. How to play. Alone in the bathroom late at night. Perform a series of ritualistic actions before lying in the bathtub. When you hear strange sounds, do not respond. Origin. A horror game originating from Japan, later spreading on the internet. Legend. You might see a ghostly woman with wet hair rise from the water or feel something grab you. Psychological analysis. This game triggers psychological suggestions and fear. The risk of drowning in water also adds a physical danger to the game. 7. The Four Corners Game. How to play. 4 players stand at the 4 corners of a room, facing the walls. The first person walks to another corner and taps someone on the shoulder twice. The person tapped then walks to another corner. When someone arrives at an empty corner, they must cough loudly. The process continues in cycles. Origin. This game is popular in Japan and Western internet circles, linked to the urban legend of the extra person. Legend. During the game, you might notice an extra person. If you run away, you will be replaced or taken. Psychological analysis. This is a classic example of visual errors and group emotional reactions. The suggestion in the game causes players to experience fear and hallucinations. 8. Bloody Mary. How to play. Enter the bathroom alone. Turn off the lights or create a dim environment. Light 1 or 2 candles in front of the mirror. Close your eyes and concentrate. Chant Bloody Mary 3 times. Origin. This game originates from mirror rituals in 19th century America and the UK, later becoming a part of horror folklore. Legend. A blood-covered face or glowing red eyes will appear in the mirror, and you might be pulled into it by the ghost. Psychological analysis. The fear in this game stems from mirror illusions and the strange face effect. The reflection in the mirror, coupled with shadow effects, creates a distorted version of oneself. Conclusion. Is it worth trying? The impact on future generations. These games, full of terrifying stories and challenges, should not be played lightly. Not only do they pose physical risks such as fire, drowning, or falls, but they can also trigger psychological trauma, affecting our sleep and emotions. The impact of these games on modern culture is profound. They bring attention to the human fears of mirrors, darkness, shadows, and other deep-seated phobias, all of which have inspired countless horror novels, films, and online content. Whether in film culture or horror subculture, the influence of these games is pervasive. So, next time you hear about these games, take a moment to consider the culture and psychology behind them. As for whether you should try them, well, the old saying holds true. Better to believe than to disbelieve. But still, some fears are best left in the stories.
I'm Kim. Please subscribe, like, and share. And stay with me. You will never face the dark unknown.